start by explaining your characters in the series?
Yeah, absolutely. You wanna?
Sure. My character is Jess Valenzuela. She is a 22-year-old dreamer who grew up in Baton Rouge and is this very smart, intelligent young woman. She has a lot of potential. She was top of her class and she had promises to go to college on a full ride scholarship. But on top of being really intelligent, she has a massive heart, and especially for her family. Her mother got sick her senior year of high school and she decided to stay home to take care of her. On top of all the medical bills and her working all these odd jobs, you know, she just is at a standstill in her life until, you know, somebody, it's actually, I don't know if I can say that. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I'm going to say that somebody introduces her to this Pan-American treasure that revolves around a lot of her culture and who her family is, and her family may or may not be involved. And so she kind of goes down that rabbit hole, and on top of that, being a dreamer, she's like under the radar all the time and tries to stay out of trouble. And for that reason, you know, she understands how risky it is to go after this treasure, how important it is to her to understand parts of her family and herself, and kind of going after it with her friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And such good answers, man.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
yeah, so yeah, I know. So Liam Sadusky carries the torch of the Sadusky name and legacy. Peter Sadusky is his grandfather, Harvey Keitel, from the first two films, and Liam is kind of a loner by nature. He's not lacking in sarcasm, that's for sure. He wants not really anything to do with the treasures or treasure hunting because he's seen directly that lifestyle and he's seen the polarity of that lifestyle. I think the first two movies in the National Treasure series, we show the weight of what it can lead to, but Liam is a direct byproduct of the dangers of living a life of treasure hunting and what it can do to a family. So he tries to stay completely out of it when you meet him. And his passion is really music. That's kind of how he emotionally allows himself to escape. Yeah, and that's another thing. I felt so lucky on this show because I'm a singer-songwriter myself.
Okay.
And if,
good music too.
Oh yeah, I play everything in the show. And
Austin Walker on Spotify. Everybody. It's the plug.
Yeah, it's a plug. But I know she shouted me out. Thanks, dog. Thank you. No, she completely, exactly like. I feel really spoiled to be playing Liam, but I think that's what also makes him so interesting. Is I feel like the audience kind of expects him to be the guy immediately, to be like, no, let's do this, and he really has to be pulled into this hunt. And Jess is very convincing, to say the least. Yeah.
What can I say? Jess is stubborn.
Yeah.
And fortunately, she gets what she wants.
Yeah.
Your cast is super diverse. You know, like looking at the cast, it's like, how's it have to have your the cast family from like all different parts of the world? Does that kind of like the set make you feel more comfortable, or like?
You know what? I think what was beautiful about getting to meet everyone from all walks of life in this cast is that we are all so different, but we all vibe so well.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's true. We've become a family, and like it's cool because our conversations can range from like, you know, what it was like growing up to just like things on pop culture that make us laugh. You know what I mean?
No, I mean 100%. It's so crazy how you feel like it's on the nose, right? It's like you work with the cast and you come to the interviews and it's like, oh, we love each other.
Right.
But I mean, I swear on my life, we had a group chat from the beginning, and then even we had to take an extra hiatus during right before we were shooting just because of COVID getting big, and so we had a lot of time to just like we had to all be with each other to make sure in our little bubble.
We've hung out so much that we have this shared album with each other of like
almost 1,000 photos.
Almost 1,000 photos and videos of all the times that we got to hang out. We went on trips together.
Yeah.
We had time during the show, and it was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, no matter where we go in this journey, these people will always be a fundamental, integral part of my life. Like, without a doubt.
Yeah, so I mean, it's awesome. Thank you Disney for bringing a freaking family together.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And also, I think because we were just talking about this, it's gonna be very apparent in the show.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about it is
crazy.
like you get to build this chemistry with people, like in the line of work that we do. But in this instance, it's like it reads in real life. And one of my favorite things that I hear all the time when people come to visit set, whether it's crew or cast, they're always like, man, you guys all look so different, you guys are so different, but yet you guys get along so well. We're always singing with one another. But the reality is, it's like the energy that we all create together is what everyone wants to be a part of. And they really like appreciate that and seeing it. So I'm excited for people to see it on screen.
How much of the character's background being from New Orleans influenced the show?
So, I mean, a lot of the locations you'll see in Baton Rouge. We film partly in New Orleans, but for the most part, these are kids that grew up in Baton Rouge. And so, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I don't know, I guess just like diving into the world that is Louisiana. We see all the weather changes too on the show as well. It ranges from like sweaters and like some, you know, shorts and everything, but.
And I feel like it's innately in me no matter what. I'm originally from, I grew up in Mississippi and Louisiana my entire life, like from basically half my life there and half my life in LA. So it was kind of like going back home and I got to see my family I haven't seen in so long. And I feel like it also just comes out in the characters. There's a lot of y'alls, you know? There's a ton of y'alls. But it's also, and this is one thing about shooting in that sort of, the Louisiana culture was so nice, is it's so family oriented.
Yeah, we've made a lot of friends with people that work around Baton Rouge, seeing us around town.
Yeah.
You know, because for the most part, it was like our crew that kind of was just invested,
our bubble, baby.
like investing.
Yeah, you
like
go in
Baton Rouge downtown, but it was fun.
Yeah, I don't think it's lost in the show at all.
Yeah.
We talked to some of the cast members about the action. It's heavily action-packed and fight scenes. Are you guys heavily involved in fight scenes? If you go in psychology classes?
So we can't spoil any.
What exactly like the action is, but what we can say is through like episode 1 and 5, we were saying how it almost feels like its own kind of movie, part 1, and then once it's 6 through 10, you kind of see all the action packed, just like, you know, increase and increase.
Absolutely, like 1 through 5 is kind of like that build up that the first movie is. It's so puzzling, story, and then 2 is just like in your face.
But that's not to say there isn't any action.
No,
5 either.
not to say. There's action throughout the whole thing. But at the same time, it's just like...
I'm like, what can I give without like...
I know, that's right. I'm literally jumping through hoops. This whole time we just feel like Disney. Okay, we're good. So guys, listen.
But you're
no red dots.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna be talking and just get shoved away.
I mean, it's cool. You see, these are like neighborhood kids from Baton Rouge, and they're getting into all sorts of trouble, and like you see them survive these instances, you know? So it's pretty incredible to see, honestly.
It's absolutely... If you stick around, it is one hell of a journey. I can tell you that right now.
It sounds like you guys had so much fun. Are you really hoping for a season 2?
Oh my gosh.
Is there a lead-in?
I'm not saying I'd cry, but I'd probably cry.
I'm saying there's a lot of cameras you can say Disney, please.
Season 2, we would love to do it.
It'd be so sick if you thought about a season 2. That'd be dope. No, I feel like there's so much story to still be told, especially with our characters. There's so many places to go, and we would love that.
Only increase 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it on.
Maybe a movie show combination.
Maybe. Never say never. Never say never.
Thank you guys.
Hey, thank you all
your
so
character smashes a guitar, maybe.
Oh man, we'll see.
Can we get a quick picture?
Oh yeah, sure.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You guys have a great day, all right?
You too. I love your dress.
Thank you so much.
So cute.
Thank you. It has pockets.
Oh,